What's going on? Move the Mouse back in the city of Plainville. What was it? Season 11? The Let's Play from console? I say the Let's Play from console. Most of the Let's Plays are from console. But we're heading back to the Xbox version because I finally have access to the content creator packs. So what exactly do these things do? Well, you've probably seen other creators talk about it already at this point. Let's be honest, I'm a little late to the party. But I wanted to drop in at least a couple of these things in every build. One thing we could look at right out of the gate is potentially replacing this seawall. There's little things that we've got there. In fact, why don't we'll come up this way. We'll do something different. So we've got your simple seawall. Let's take a look at these things. That's not the best angle, huh? Because of the sunlight. Let's look at it over here. So we've got the simple seawall type P, Quay, K, however you want to pronounce it. Yes, all three are correct, depending on where you're from in the world. I don't want to hear it in the comments, because if you tell me I'm wrong, you're wrong. So have a nice day. Simple key wall. What's the difference here? What's this one? Simple seawall. Oh, fenceless. We want people to fall off their doom. Looks a little safer with the fence. It looks a little more realistic with the fence, if you ask me, but I guess in the right part of town, that could be the case. And then we've got one with the fence on the other side. Oh, there we go. Not even the fence on the other side. I guess the fence is on the correct side. But there are, what, pedestrian paths? Pedestrian paths on these, top and lower tier. And then you can do some interesting things with those. So this one only has the pedestrian wall on the top, or the pedestrian walkway on the top. This piece has a little staircase, but where do the staircases come? They just come every so often. That's actually kind of cool. Could you use that in combination with things like the American pedestrian bridge, the European pedestrian bridge? You probably could. Let's see if it hooks up. It doesn't, does it? It doesn't hook up. Space is already occupied because we've got some stuff happening down this away. Where can we get this? Can we even get this? Does this connect? That doesn't connect. Okay. It doesn't even let me. Where do I delete it? Can we connect from there? These don't. Do these seriously not connect? These new paths aren't able to connect the key walls? Man, PC, huh? PC and mods and move it and connect whatever the heck you want. This one I find a little confusing. Pedestrian paths on top and low tier with decorative stairs. Do they just not animate the... So like this one clearly shows a pedestrian path with the arrow. This one does not. So why would you have those stairs going down there? I don't know. And then you've got ones with like wider... Can we put this over here? You know, can we put stuff on there though? Can we like, you know, break out? Can we put a tree on there? Can we put what, park props here? Leisure? You know, can we put anything like a prop? Like a gazebo? We can't put anything on these, so that's really unfortunate. I don't know what I was expecting on console, but unfortunately I was expecting something more than that. Like these assets would at least allow me to snap things together a bit. And then we've got some more traditional keys. That's not a traditional spot for it. It's just bad putting it there because I realized that with the sunlight you can't see things. So let's take a look at this one. That's pretty cool. And then this is the fenceless variant. How do those blend together? Pretty well. So those could be alright little mods. And then those have pedestrian paths tiered. What is this one? This is Parisian style? I mean, I spent a good amount of time in Paris. I don't know, maybe I wasn't paying attention. Oh, okay, I guess the tiered steps. Alright, that does make sense. And then what is this last one? It's just wide with stairs. If I go far enough, does it make more stair sets? I would assume. Yeah, okay. It does stair sets every once in a while. So those are some pretty cool things that they've added in from a key wall perspective. Let's take a look at these footbridges. We don't necessarily have to connect them to anything just yet. But that is what, the American style. And then this is the European style. Just see how they kind of arch and connect themselves. So obviously a lot more pillars on the European style. Much more wider promenade too. Let's walk it real quick. Let's see how it feels. Well, it feels a little dangerous there. And how does it look as it kind of ramps up? Some weird... It looks pretty nice, though. The rail looks super thin down here in first-person perspective, but this honestly is not where they intend you to look at stuff from. I can't walk through those. That's good. You can walk right through the fences on the prison. Looks like we've got more secure fences on our bridge, which is safe for our pedestrians. That's good. But how does... You know, I didn't look at the other bridge from this bridge. So the European one looks pretty cool, but there are obviously a lot of pillars supporting all that. And then if we look at the American one, there's a lot less. I don't know. I think you could use both these definitely in various applications in your cities. Let's get these out of here for now. Good. Get out of here. So the other thing, I know where they are. They're in transport. They're in the content creator tab in transport. So do we still have a road over here? Let's get a road over here because I don't exactly know the footprint of these things. So let's do that. And let's drop in all these buildings and take a look at them. So what do we got here? This is the Glass Box Transport Hub. Station, multi-platform, metro, and train hub, housed in the big glass box. So if we go... What does it have? Where's the metro connection? Is the metro connection underneath? And I'm not seeing it, or can the trains just... Oh wait, it's on top. I'm an idiot. It's right there. It's the big wide thing right there. It's an above ground metro station. With 5 tracks? 6 tracks? Okay, 12 tracks, because there's 2 per. Never mind. Math is hard sometimes. And by math, I mean basic counting. Number 2, this one looks pretty cool. I like the look of this one a lot. So this carves everything underground and gives you these cross paths. So is everything cut through on both sides? It does. So that's a really cool way to bring a lot of metro lines together. I wonder if those elevators actually work and push people up and down. It'd be very cool if they did. Let's get around. Can we get way down here on foot? Oh, we can't. That's one really unfortunate thing, is that some of these cutouts, I think Central Park does the same thing if I remember, but you can't actually go down into. It'd be really cool if you could kind of walk around and see the trains in first person. Whoa, okay, all right, okay, we can. I want to test the theory out. So right now we are on day-night cycles turned off, which kind of locks the game at that midday light. Does it lock the clock at midday as well? What happens if we use day-night cycle? Can I get back down here again, please? Where was that spot where I could fall down? Right there. The 3 times speed. The clock actually works. Are you kidding me? I don't know why that small... Ah! Somebody call the paramedics. I don't know why that small detail impresses me so much. But that's really cool. That the clock actually works. So yeah, train tracks, right? Or metro tracks, more specifically. We've got 1, 2 on this side at this level. We've got I just hit the left stick in to sprint. We've got quicksand pavement over here. Don't worry about that. It's fine. And then you've got 2 metro tracks over this way that kind of cross with these, what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? Those are... Ooh, that's not... The game does not want you to be down here. Not animate that properly. So there's lots of ways we can tie metro, and I think what I want to do is go back to some builds and revisit some of these hubs, because that is just too cool, right? Where we used to, or certainly I used to, let me show you, way back in the day, you know, do stuff like this. Like we would put... Slope too steep. Come on. I would put one, you know, on this side, another one on this side, and maybe, you know, you'd have even a little, you know, a street coming off at a 90-degree angle so that you could do, you know, yet another one and just hook these things together in funny ways, right? Like that. But of course, you have to do them in ways where you can connect the tracks. So if we go underground here, you know, I can't really connect that up, or not in a way where the train, I don't think the train can make that turn. Maybe metros can, but it takes a lot more consideration and messing around with it when you're doing stuff like that. So these are definitely very welcome changes, especially for console players, to have some really cool ways to hook in a bunch of different metro lines. Like that's, I mean, how many people are you gonna have in your city on console? Honestly, on 9 tiles, a couple, 200,000, maybe. That's my record's like 215. Like that is big enough for a central hub with that many lines to cover quite a big city. So definitely that's one of my favorites. What is that one called? Let's see. Would have been faster to go the other way. Content creator tab. The second one, the Metro Plaza Station. Absolutely love that one. Very, very cool. This one is the crossover train station hub, multi-platform station that has elevated and a sunken to allow separate train networks. So kind of what we just saw with the metro, right? But we've got an above ground train here and a sunken over this way. So that's some really cool ways that we could get some different things in our city. One thing that I absolutely love about this, you probably, if you've been watching the channel long enough, you probably know what I'm talking about. They've included parking. There's actually a relatively sized parking lot, relatively decent sized parking lot in front of the train station. Because how do you get there? You got to drive your car to the train to take the train the rest of the way, of course. So it always bothered me that the default assets didn't have a lot of parking. Like, look at this train station. I mean, I guess that's a bad example because that has probably close to the same number of spots, honestly. Very similar. That's not the worst offender. Look at something like, do we have university here? Yeah, of course we have university here. Stadiums. Look at the stadiums. Like, there's like 10 parking spots. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 parking spots. 24 parking spots. 24 parking spots. It's not a lot for a stadium that, I mean, let's be conservative and say it holds 5,000. Probably more than that, right? It doesn't tell us a capacity, does it? That's not a thing. Oh, 750. Look at the size of this building. You can only fit 750 people in there. What are you doing? That is not set up right. You can put 750 in a high school gym. Okay. Irregardless. And I know that's not, I know irregardless is no word. I said it on purpose. Irregardless though. Where were we? Over here. So it's really nice to see inclusion of parking lots, for at least for American style builds especially. Parking lots are definitely something that is missing. This is a really cool building that will definitely, I think, want to work in. Content creator packs over here. What else? Old market station. This one sounds pretty cool. I kind of want to get a look at this one. Multi-platform station positioned over a marketplace that's been operating for many years. So older style. Can we get down on foot and check this one out? This is what was missing, I will say, on some of the other content creator videos. They didn't get to get down on foot and really investigate what's happening under here. This is a cool idea. It needs more lighting. It needs life built into it, because this looks like a murder shanty. I'm expecting to get jumped by a killer down here. There's nobody here. It's abandoned. It's dark. Good news is there's plenty of parking, so that's a plus. But you know what I mean? It doesn't feel alive. I'll have to see. I wonder if this gets populated with people, if it's actually connected to a network. But functionality-wise, what do we have? Well, we've got 2 train tracks per rail, so 8 train tracks coming into this station. I mean, that's a very cool use of space. I hope that we see more of that from either content creator packs or official DLC, whatever we get into the game next. I think it would be nice to see more parking. It'd be nice to see mixed zone usage, right? Like, how many times, I'm assuming this is a thing all over the world, you know, you'll have businesses on the bottom, on the ground floor, and then apartments up above it. You know, this is not a, you know, that's a residential building, absolutely. When you think about a commercial building, like, so not every commercial building is going to have, you know, 20 floors, right? Sometimes it's a commercial front with some residents on top, and it would be really nice to see, I think, mixed use come in. I think you can do that with mods on PC, but I'm kind of a noob when it comes to some of that stuff. Sunken Island platform metro station. Sounds all right. How does that work? That's weird. So a couple train tracks. It's cut underneath. It's got staircase. Does it really have one staircase? I guess technically it has 2 staircases and an escalator, or 2 escalators and a staircase. That would probably make more sense. So, oh, and an elevator, of course. That doesn't work. Yeah, okay, that makes more sense. Whoa, okay, the stairs don't work either. I hope I'm not stuck. That's not supposed to work like that. The stairs worked on the other ones. That's weird. That's too bad. I wonder what the people do. The people must all take the elevator then, because they don't know how to path up. So they probably all just spawn out of that elevator door, would be my guess. But yet another cool way that we can work some of this stuff into our city. This is the Sunken Island dual platform metro station. We want to bet that is very similar. Clock still works. Let's hit play. Yep, clock works. Subtle, nice little touch. Places for people to sit, plenty of crossover, and even more metro tracks than we saw in the previous one. This one is a sunken bypass metro station. That's a big wide hole to fall into. It's a dangerous one. So that's not my favorite of the bunch, but it's not a bad one. These are all fantastic options, I think, for changing some stuff in your city. I forget who did what. I want to say that the trains was Bad Peanut, I believe, who has created a ton of great stuff on the workshop. Definitely check it out. But they are also working for Colossal Order now. They did such great stuff on the mod front that they got hired by the developers themselves. So that's very cool. That's a nice one. It's different. That cutout is kind of interesting. A little futuristic. What do we got here? How many more we got? We got a bunch. This is great. For those of you that love transport options, let's drop a couple of these in. So what do we got? We got elevated bypass metro station, elevated dual island, ground bypass train station, ground island platform train station, Ground dual island platform station. Elevated bypass train station. This one is very different. Elevated dual island platform train station. How many more? How many more? We got one more elevated island platform train station. And then I think these are different bridge types. Yes. Right? European rail bridge. What's this? Let's elevate it just to that pit and let's see how it crosses this pit. That. Something like that. Oh, it's a one-way? Interesting. Let's just do that. That hugged the ground. Okay, I can't see. Sorry, I know that was getting bad. Wait, did I not? Oh, not dynamic weather. Use day night. Okay. Yeah, that's not much of a bridge if you don't raise it off the ground, huh? So don't judge the slope of these. I'm not trying to make these look smooth, right? We're just looking at the structure. There's that, and there's this. Much plainer, simple. But some nice extra options. I really like this one. It's a shame it's only a one-way. This one also is a one-way, but that's some really cool lattice underneath there. And I think this in combination with a mod of like a move it or not a move it, an anarchy. I mean, I guess you could kind of place it and then move it afterwards. Like you could have, rather than this rail running here next to, you could have it running underneath, and I think it would be really cool with that lattice work. Where is it? Yeah, this, like seeing this kind of hang from underneath your bridge, your car bridge, might be kind of cool. But those are some of the things that are available in the new content creator packs. So if you're looking for a way to expand your game a little bit on console, obviously DLCs are a good way to do that add gameplay elements. But sometimes even these little content creator packs can do a ton of fun stuff. And I think specifically the trains pack, right? We didn't really look at these, I'm sorry. The trains pack really does a good job at that. So there's some very different looking buildings that, you know, achieve similar things. They're all doing the same thing. They're bringing multiple lines together. Let's hide those icons. You know, but doing it in some different funky ways, and even just having different stations here or there. Thank you for the parking. Yes. And again, this one's very cool. It's angular, it's modern, it's not perfect, right? There's little plateaus and bumps, and I really like this one. That one's got a good look. Again, more parking. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Look at all the parking on that one. That's crazy. I love the roads here too. Are they one way? So that one's a 2-lane road. This is technically a 2-lane road that they have to come down, U-turn, and pop back out, but that's fine. This one looks very cool. And then this one looks very modern with its circular. Ooh, that's a shame about how some of those lines line up. I mean, I guess they work. They just look a little funky. Dumpster. There's a little extra touch there. So that's a look at some of the new content creator packs. Let me know in the comments down below. You stayed tuned this long. I appreciate that. What cities in particular you would like to see me go back and maybe revamp a metro or a train network and do some good transport. It could be here in Plainville. It could be all the way back to Rockdale. Whatever your favorite season was, or the season that you would like to see the most improvements on train. You know, we definitely could do something like that. Nope. Did I change my bulldozer brush? I didn't. That and then that. So quick one for today, but I finally got access to that. I wanted to check that stuff out. I hadn't seen it in person myself, so I figured I would take a look at that with you for my first time. But obviously I had taken a sneak peek from some of the other content creators. Unfortunately, they were just a little slow getting me the keys on the console version. So hopefully you enjoyed. If you did, likes, comments, shares, they all help. They are all so greatly appreciated. Let me know again in the comments down below what city you would like to see some major metro or train overhauls to. And I think that'll be one of the next episodes before we head back to the PC build. I'll be mixing in some other stuff though, like I did this week, I believe, if my upload schedule went according to plan and my last video went up before this one. If not, then you have no idea what I'm talking about. But you probably do, because I probably did it right. I don't know. Stay tuned for more. Did I say subscribe if you want to catch more, and hit the bell to get notifications for updates in this and other series. Check out the links in the description below if you'd like to support the channel or anything like that. But until the next one, when maybe we'll build in, or we will, tell me where, we'll build in some of this stuff into a city. Until then, this is Move the Mouse, signing off.